Hi, everyone. This is Ray, the Singing Tallit, doing a Ray's take tonight. Showing some ideas that, as always, this is not necessarily scripture. This is just my interpretation and my particular revelation concerning certain certain things that I find interesting that are spread throughout the Word. Tonight, in the Book of Revelation, and Revelation 2:17, it says, "To him who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna to eat, and I will give of him a white stone, and on that stone a new name written, which no one knows except him who receives it." Now that imagery is beautiful, and I certainly enjoy to think about that event happening. But I have to wonder, why a white stone? What's the significance of a white stone and a name written on it in the biblical text? Well, as I was digging through, I did find references to stones, of course, that have names written on them, which are on the high priest breastplate. And two stones in particular, well, they may have been stones, they may not have been. No one knows for sure, but they were believed to have been lost during the Babylonian captivity, according to the Talmudic writings. And those, of course, are the two stones of the Urim and the Thummim. And those words are actually plural in Hebrew, though they're individual stones. It's usually assumed that they were given plural names because it was meant to show how grand and amazing that they were, bigger than just these small things. Now, these stones are said to be the means by which the Most High would communicate to the high priest, giving him an answer of yes or no to a question, which is a simple binary communication, just a one or a zero. He'd give a yes or no answer, or some would even say maybe it's a guilty or innocent, or cursed or faultless as the answer, depending on what those words actually mean. And like many Hebrew words, scholars today are still arguing about exactly what they mean. But I also had to go through the scripture and find a place where a person had been given a new name, and that was in Genesis 35:10. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob, but you will no longer be called Jacob. Your name will be Israel." And so he named him Israel. Now, in the scripture, you'll actually see a couple times where the Most High actually refers to Israel as Jacob, particularly when he's doing things that are not exactly walking the path like he should be. And see, it's almost like God saying to him, "Hey, you gonna be Jacob today, or you gonna be Israel? Are you gonna be the man I want you to be, or are you gonna be the man that you want you to be?" So, with that in mind, I thought about, Yeshua's giving his disciples this white stone, this Urim, this stone of light, or this stone that was hopefully is the one that was the positive answer, or the yes answer. And he wrote the name of the person, this new name he's given to him on that stone, because hopefully it's symbolic of, as long as you're walking in the will, just like Israel was walking in the will, if you'll walk in the will of the Most High Elohim of Israel, and you will then you can have this name that I'm going to give you, and every answer I give you will be yes, as long as you are doing what you do in this name that I have given you. Just something to consider. It seems, at least in my experience with him, to fit with his kindness and his mercy and his glory, the idea that no door will be closed to you if only you will walk in accordance with what he wills. Because, as of course, as we were taught, it is not our will that is to be done, but that it is his will that should be done. So, shalom, and everybody be blessed, and please continue to dig and dig and learn more and more about your creator and our great teacher.